Hey, it's JC here at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore, 6725 West Central Avenue, Toledo, Ohio, 436-17-419-531-6097, JC's Comics and More at hotmail.com. This is Devil's Day or Devil's Night, October 30th, 2020. And I bought new collection last night. Had a really good day, and had this collection I've been looking at, and had this collection come in, and here's what is left of that collection. That's right, you heard the words. This is what's left of that collection, and maybe I'll talk about or show what sold already. But this is what's left from that collection. I was very surprised. Did not expect somebody to come in. Just that usually it's on Wednesdays, and bought a few of these books. But this is what's left. Most of them in very nice condition. Most are probably very fine plus, near mint minus. There's some that are certainly less than that. But it's very nice comics. There was one that sold yesterday that had bad water damage to it. And a little surprised that sold, something that people might want to hang on to. These comics were in there also, some of these giveaways. This was for the Columbus Dispatch. This is for the Chicago Tribune. I don't keep stuff for myself very often, but decided to go ahead and keep each of these for myself. For my Spider-Man collection, there's nice issues and stuff I don't think that I have. Stuff I've looked at. It shows I never pulled the trigger on, so there's that. And then we also do have this Treasure Edition, C-54, Superman vs. Wonder Woman, part of the Bicentennial. Gary Conway, Orlando Garcia, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez did the art. There you got FDR there. I think this story took place during World War II, because look, Nazis. And so Superman versus Wonder Woman back in World War II. Look at him. Man, he's punching around because women. And she takes it right back to him. Look at that. She ain't taking any crap off of him. She getting out the frying pan and go smack him around. Look at him. And then finally, they come to terms. And decide to work together or to work apart. Well, except for there. Friends simply don't count. See, he thought she wanted to be more than friends, but no. There you got Nazis. There's Nazi Iron Man. You got Nazi Jet Jaguar. And Nazi Iron Man putting it, smacking Superman. Great Scott, really matched. But gonna certainly check that out before I end up selling this. That thing was pretty cool back in the day. Superman in World War II. But anyways, that's going to be certainly for sale. There's somebody I thought that needed it, but he needs Superman Shazam. I got to remember that. Got to remember I made the mistake before. But we've got Batman 291 with the Joker. And then also this had a artist that I can't say I've thought about in a while. John Calnan. And then also David R. Reed. But does anybody remember John Calnan? I don't remember him. Got these great Jim Aparo covers. You've got 292, 293 with Luthor and Superman. You've got 294. Joker dissolves. He erases Bruce's face, Batman's face. Captain America 122. Great Gene Colan cover. It was Roy Thomas, so Stanley still was illustrating. It's got great gloss to that cover. Certainly not something that I would put at very fine, maybe fine plus on this comic. Another 241 with Cap meeting the Punisher for the first time. Annual 8. It's a pretty sharp cover. There's a couple of spine creases. Everybody likes to call them the spine ticks these days. They're creases. They're creases. They're not ticks. They're creases. Come on, this isn't your infinity stones. This is infinity gems. These are creases. Champions 1. Not bad. It's got some wear here. It's got some wear here. I got some corners a little bit. Champions 2. Kind of the same way a little bit. Got a Champions 3. Champions 4. Now this Champions 4 is interesting that it's was stapled and then restapled. That maybe the covers were torn off and then replaced. And then the cover itself is a little bit wider, longer than the comic itself. You don't see this stuff very often, but it would happen back in the day from time to time. Go to Champions 5. We've got a Daredevil 181, The Death of Elektra. Got some wear at the top there. DC Comics presents number 8 with Superman and Swamp Thing. I think this copy will be probably sold. I've got a good customer comes in Wednesdays that he's a big Swamp Thing fan, so I'm going to give him first dibs on that. Iron Man number 6, which certainly isn't very fine or near mint or at all. This would be about maybe a fine minus comic there. We've got 2 copies of the Uncanny X-Men and the new Teen Titans. You've got a newsstand edition and a direct market edition, distributed by the Marvel Entertainment Group. Let's see, this has a crease there. You can see not quite as much colors. Still a solid comic. Crease on the back there. You can see it goes all the way through. Pretty nice. If you never read this, and this book is never going to be reprinted, got this great wraparound cover by Walt Simonson too. If you've never read X-Men Teen Titans, do yourself a favor and snatch a copy. If not for me, from somebody else. I've got Marvel Team Up Annual 1, the first time Spidey teamed up with the new X-Men. Got Sal Buscema artwork. Mike Esposito inks. Bill Manlow wrote it, so Bill was one of the first writers other than Len Wein or Chris Claremont to write the new X-Men. Got a Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. There's 2 of these, but a nice, clean copy. There's a few spine creases, but this book's from 1976. I missed the bus when I got my copy of Amazing Spider-Man, or Spectacular number 1, and had to walk home on Fremont. What a walk that was. That was like a 6-mile walk. Got Spectacular number 7, Dave Cockrum cover. This is a 30-cent edition, not a 35-cent edition. I've got 3 copies of Spider-Man versus Wolverine. These are all direct market copies. There's, see some sort of a stain or just a blemish on the front there. You can see on the back here, person when he got it, as he's reading it, the ink was still wet. The ink on some of these comics is still wet for weeks afterwards, for maybe a week or so afterwards. It doesn't dry immediately. Now this one here does not have those imperfections, but it does have crease on the bottom there. So that one, so it all depends on what you can live with. Then we've got the second printing, the Mark Bright cover. Clean issue there. Star Wars 1, not a 35th edition, but still a Star Wars 1. Not bad. A Star Wars 2. A Star Wars 4. He had a 3 I passed on because it was the reprint. The 4 is certainly the worst out of the batch. Multiple spine creases on that. And we've got Thor 337, the first Beta Ray Bill obviously first Beta Ray Bill cover 2 by Walt Simonson. They've got 338, Thor versus Bill. Bill beats Thor and takes his hammer. 340, again, Beta Ray Bill and Thor. Thor 411, first appearance of the New Warriors. First cover appearance of the New Warriors on 412. Web of Spider-Man 31 and 32, parts 1 and 4 of Kraven's Last Hunt. Again, if you've never read Kraven's Last Hunt, go out and buy a copy today, buy a trade, or buy the comics. We've got 2 copies of What If, number 31, What If Wolverine Killed the Hulk, Bob Brzezinski, a great artwork, and then there is What If the Fantastic Four Had Never Been. Got script by Rich Margolopoulos. I don't think he ever wrote anything ever again. I don't ever remember his name. That might be one of his first things, his tryouts. Take a look at the nobody of interest in the letters page. You've got the Fantastic Four. Let's see here. What if there was no Fantastic Four? Roger Stern, Alan Kuppelberg, Frank Giacola, based on a plot by Bill Mantlo. But this issue here does have, you've got that there. There are a few spine creases. The second copy doesn't have that, but it does have a nasty crease there. I've got all 4 issues of Wolverine miniseries again. The first issue, you can see that there are some creases there, spine creases as well. On the back, you can see these creases here. You see this here. Hold it at a right angle. Issue number 2. 2 is probably maybe the better copy out of, but it does have some blemishes there as well. And then 3, these black covers are really hard to find because of the spine creases. Number 4 might be maybe the best out of the batch. Not too many imperfections on that. Probably a near mint minus. There's a 172, X-Men 172, Paul Smith. Great stuff. The first time Wolverine meets Rogue. You've got 173 where Wolverine and Rogue have to team up because the other X-Men are poisoned, so Wolverine has to actually poisoned by Viper. So Wolverine has to come to terms with Rogue. Rogue almost sacrifices herself, and Wolverine kisses her to give him part of its healing factor. We got 175 where Dark Phoenix comes back, but it's Madeline Pryor. We don't. So we've got that there. And again, great Paul Smith artwork. It's just a damn shame that Paul just couldn't continue the workload. And then the backup has John Romita Jr. coming on board. He took over as officially with the next issue, but the wedding of Scott Summers and Madeline Pryor. Had to get himself some of that redhead. Got a 266, the first full Gambit issue. Not his first appearance. His first appearance was at the X-Men Annual that came out. But he's on the cover, so his first cover appearance. And it's a pretty clean copy, too. This copy was bought at my store originally. The guy had the original bags, so he bought it for $10 way back in the day. But if you do enjoy these videos, as always, please be sure to subscribe first and more foremost. Be sure to hit the bell for notification. Be sure to share. Be sure to like and comment. You know, are there any of these comics you guys are looking for, I know the guys down in Arkansas, Pittsburgh, up in Wisconsin there that come through here, the Cleveland area, Columbus area, the Flint, Michigan area. Some of you guys have been very helpful, and I thank you for your sales of some of the product that you have gotten from Chester, Pennsylvania as well, and other areas, Dallas, Texas. I'd like to thank everybody, but certainly do not wait, because as you're watching, somebody else is watching too, or somebody just comes walking into the store. They're here at the right place, right time, and this book is sold. It's gone. You know, you decide, well, I'll get down there in a couple weeks and look at those. They might not be here in a couple weeks. You know, carpe diem, baby, carpe diem. And again, just never know what's going to walk in the store. I am very surprised sometimes by what comes in, stuff I have not perhaps seen in a long time that happens to come through the door there. And I am happy because I'm able to check the comics out and give a little bit of a read on these comics myself and make sure that they're okay. I like these Batmans. I couldn't tell you the last time I had these Batmans in the store. But other than that, hope everybody has a very happy Halloween tomorrow. And Detroit, don't burn down the city tonight, okay? I like going up there for concerts. All right? Hey, it's JC here at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore, 6725 West Central Avenue. That is Toledo, Ohio, 436-17419-531-6097. JC's Comics and More at hotmail.com. Just bought a new collection, and I've got some of the comics already sold. They're already out the door, so I'm very pleased. I had a gentleman in here. He was here, right place, right time. He says it never happens to him, but this time it did. So we're going to go through some of the stuff that he's getting. These are out the door. I know there's just appointment for people. I am sorry, but out the door. Now, if it does any better, that Spotlight does have water damage to it, so it's not like, oh man, it's not a high grade one. I know some of you guys want high grade, so I wish it was. That's a really good, spectacular, I was going to say a really spectacular issue, and it is Spectacular Spider-Man. There is another one. It's not quite as bright, but we do have another one, a little bit lesser grade. Got the first Tiger Shark, first Ego. I got that Thor there, and Wolverines, and I've got quite a few others that we're going to do a video on, but that's it for right now.